I'm Monica, and I'm going to walk you through configuring a cross-account IAM role so that you're ready to get started with your AWS Data Lake and Starburst Galaxy. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to the Cloud Settings section within the Starburst Galaxy UI. This is going to give us all of the information that we need to create that cross-account IAM role. Here's all the documentation that we're going to walk through today, so if you want to reference it in the future, or if you want to create a new role, this is where you can find the instructions. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to the IAM section in AWS, and we're going to create a new role. We're going to select the AWS account as the trusted entity type. And what we want to do is copy the account ID and the external ID that are given to us in Starburst Galaxy over into our new role that we're creating in AWS. So we're going to copy both of those pieces of information and then be able to proceed forward and add the permissions as we need. Once both of those different types of information are copied over, we can now add the specific permissions that we want for our IAM role. I am going to add all the S3 full access, and then what I'm going to do is actually add the specific name and description for the role that I'm creating. So now that I've created that role, I need to add two different pieces of information, the Amazon resource name and the role name, back into Starburst Galaxy so that the accounts are linked. So I'm going to add both of those here so that I'm ready to validate and create that cross-account IAM role. Once we hit that hooray and see that green button, we are able to go forward. You can now see the connection in Starburst Galaxy. And now what you want to do is actually create that AWS S3 Catalog. So we're going to just pick a name. I'm going to add a description, give the basic information for the data that I'm wanting to access within my S3 bucket. And now I'm going to select cross-account IAM role, and you can see the access of the role that we just created. And here we have the specific default bucket that I want to select. So I'm pulling that information from S3, and then I'm just giving a default directory name to go forward. I have the default table format as Iceberg, and I've tested the connection, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to save just the normal access controls, and what I want to do now is create a cluster so that I can power that data source connection. So I'm going to create a cluster name of the Pokemon analysis because we're going to be looking at Pokemon data. I'm going to select the standard execution mode and just the free size cluster to start off. You can put the auto suspend whatever you want. I'm going to do 15 minutes for now. Now my cluster is created and I'm adding that catalog to the cluster. And the next thing I'm going to do is just run some schema discovery on the location URI that I want. I'm going to copy the S3 URI over and I'm going to paste that into Starburst Galaxy. And I'm going to click full discovery so I can get all of the information from all of the historical data. I'm going to select creating a schema, creating the table that was identified. And now the discovery is going to work in the back end to do some data analysis and actually get the table information for me so that I don't have to do any work on my side and the data discovery portion is done for me. So now you can see the table that we created from that specific location, and we can actually run a select statement on that data. So we can see all of the information for, specific Pokemon spawns within the entire different US, and now we can actually immediately start our analysis. It's your turn to do some data analysis with the data that you have within your data lake using a cross-account IAM role. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and happy querying.